In the 1700s, a poor farmer, Japhet Leeds, was struggling to make ends meet in the desolate wilderness of the Pine Barrens in southern New Jersey. Together with his wife Deborah, they endured the harsh and unforgiving environment, striving to build a life amongst all the difficulties. In this unfavorable landscape, they were given a glimmer of hope. Deborah was expecting a child. However, what should have been a moment of sheer happiness and joy for the family would instead become a dark, sinister tale that lives on to this day. It was 1735 in the Pine Barrens, New Jersey. Deborah was about to give birth. The conditions, however, were far from suitable for her and her family. She had previously given birth to 12 children, a number that undoubtedly caused a lot of pain and difficulties for Deborah. The psychological effect of this, coupled with the already unfortunate circumstances they were living in, led Deborah to do something horrible. During labor, she could no longer handle it all. Overwhelmed with pain and frustration, she uttered words that no child would ever want to hear from their mother. "Let this one be a devil," she shouted as she delivered the baby. At first, the child was healthy and normal, a moment of relief undoubtedly for the midwife. This didn't last long, however, as her curse began to take hold almost immediately. The child began to transform into something truly horrifying. Its head became horse-like, with glowing red eyes. Bat-like wings ripped out from the back, along with a serpentine tail. The hands and feet morphed into clawed hands and hooves. Unleashed, the creature reportedly screeched, attacking the midwife, who was paralyzed in fear, before flying up the chimney and vanishing into the Pine Barrens wilderness. Japhet, his wife, and their children never saw the devil again, but unsurprisingly, many people reported of sightings in the future. Around the 18th and 19th century, locals reported seeing a winged creature in the Pine Barrens. They described it as otherworldly, and its cries could be heard at night. In 1909, however, there was a wave of sightings that panicked people. Hundreds of reports came in from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. The witnesses claimed to have seen a flying creature with bat-like wings, hooves, and glowing eyes. They even found phantom tracks in the snow, which would stop abruptly after a short while. This led to towns being shrouded in fear, so they closed schools and even had armed forces patrol the Pine Barrens. However, nothing has been made concrete, and to this day, people still describe a creature flying through the trees in the area, with a spine-chilling scream in the dark of the night. The most rational argument is that the Jersey Devil is a real, undiscovered cryptid. This is possible, as there are many reported cryptids that are out there, still undiscovered. Maybe this devil is just one among the many that we are unaware of. Skeptics argue that it is just a misidentified animal, such as an owl, crane, or deer. While this is possible, it does not seem logical, since the creature was said to be a mix of multiple animals, not just one. The Leeds family has quite a strange history. A relative of Japhet, Daniel Leeds, published his own almanac, which was said to include astrology and occult symbols. Some people claim that there was a connection with the devil in this family, with many of the belief that Deborah was a witch who was cursed with this cryptid child as a punishment for her connection with the devil. Then there is the possibility that it's all a hoax, either for attention or to make local folklore more famous. Due to the Leeds family's history, some believe that rival groups spread this fake story to tarnish their reputation. This is always possible, but never a clear fact. Such stories can never be verified or denied, so they instead are just left as folklore. Whether a real creature or a creative product of folklore, the Jersey Devil has remained one of America's most famous cryptid stories. Its legend continues to spark fear, fascination, and curiosity, yet no one has ever been able to produce any definitive evidence to verify its existence. As such, the mystery of the Pine Barrens and the Jersey Devil lives on, daring anyone to discover the truth. What do you feel about this story? Share your opinions with us, and thank you for watching Mystery.